Hi guys, I'm Ram Agarwal. You are watching my channel 52 Pixels. Let's get started. Hi guys, in this tutorial we are going to see how to create a clipping mask effect using Photoshop. So we have already seen how to create a clipping mask using the clipping mask technique, but this is going to be different. In this one we are going to use all the blending modes, and this is going to be all about the color range and the quick selections using Photoshop. So for now this is the image that we are going to work with, and in this image, in the banana, we are going to add all these images as a part of clipping mask. So with that, what we are going to do is just select this banana first. So for doing that, just go to select, color range, and I'll just go to none. Sampled colors, I'll select the banana. It is actually black right now, we want it to be white, so I'll click on the banana and I'll just make the additions real quick, and I'll increase the fuzziness a little bit because I want the shadow to be visible. And now I'll just see the grayscale. It looks good, just this part needs one touch and it's gone. I'll click on OK, and as you can see, the banana has been selected properly and just how we wanted. We are just going to work with this banana now. So instead of creating a clipping mask or a layer mask, what we are going to do is just go to select and save the selection as save. And who cares about the name? I'll just click on OK. So the selection is saved. I'll press Ctrl plus D and deselect the selection. Now what we are going to do is use this image and add it to this one. So I'll just quickly drag it and drop it over here. I'll reduce the size to somewhat like this, maybe even less smaller. This would work, and I'll press enter. Same way we are going to add this oranges over here, but instead of copying the whole image, we just need oranges, because if we copy the whole image, the background is going to be disturbing the strawberries and it's not going to look good. So I'll just select the oranges over here. Using the quick select tool, we can just easily do the trick of selecting. So it looks somewhat like this for now, and I'll just press Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste it over here, and I'll just transform the size and it looks like this over here. Looks pretty amazing for now. And the last thing is this image. So in this image, these berries are needed, like they need to be selected properly and then added over here. So for that, what we are going to do is just work with the color range once again. So I'll go to select, color range, and I'll sample this color. Before that, I'll just go to none. And as you can see, if we work with the traditional route, it's going to be tough because we have to select the proper blackberry color and then work with the fuzziness somewhat like this, and then work with the background. It's going to be super long and it's just not going to work that well because we want to select all of these. So instead, what we are going to do is just do the inverse, and instead of selecting the blueberries or the blackberries, what we are going to do is just tap on this sample color and sample the white background. So as you can see, after sampling the white background, everything has become black, all the berries have become black, and we can just click on OK. So currently the background is selected, not the berries. So for checking that, we can just add a layer mask for the time being, and as you can see, the berries are gone and the background is still there. We want the inverse of that. So for that, we are going to go to select and inverse. Now the berries are selected and background will be masked out. So just like this, the background is gone, and I'll just drag this image to the main image and reduce the size. So as you can see, I've added the berries as well. I can just press enter to save the selections. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of working with all these layers and making the task tedious, what I'm going to do is, the first thing is I'll convert this to a smart object, so the layer is gone. Now using the menu icon, I'll just create a new group and call it as fruits. although even the banana is a fruit, but then fruits. And we are just going to select all these layers and just drag it inside the fruits. So as you can see, all the images that are over here are now inside the group called as fruits, and we can easily work with the fruits layer. So selecting the fruits layer, I'm going to go to select and load my selection. Click on OK, and as you can see, this is the selection that we did of the banana. It's still there, and I can just create a mask and magic. So this is the magic, that all these fruits are inside the banana, and it just looks good. It's like looking realistic and perfect. But yeah, there's a lot of working on this image yet. So what we are going to do is just right click on the background, create a duplicate layer, and put the background copy at the top. Now we can work with the blending modes, but yeah, there's a catch, and I'll let you know what the catch is. So working with the blending modes, I can use darken or multiply, maybe color burn, linear burn, or whatever suits the best for my image. But the thing is, as I'm shifting the blending mode, the colors, the reality of the colors is losing, and it's not looking that good. So for that, there's a trick. Using that trick, we can just add these kind of edges of the banana and just make the image look sharper and nicer. So for that, select the background copy, go to image and adjustments. In adjustments, you can find the setting as desaturate. So after clicking on desaturate, the image has gotten desaturated. Basically, it has become kind of a black and white image. Not a completely black and white image, just the saturation has gone down to 0 or nearly minus, in the minus side. And using the burn tool, I'm just going to draw all these lines, not to be not sharp lines, they're just going to be mild ones, just so that they are visible. I'll reduce the size of the brush to around 14. I guess 14 would work quite well, or maybe 20 or 25 looks good, and hardness would be around 70 or 75. And I'll just draw over these lines. As you can see, just a mild drawing, you won't even be able to notice that, but yeah, I'm just drawing a line. It's because the exposure is just 4%. It's not a sharp or a strong line. It's just a nice blunt one, just to be visible, clear enough. So I've added this line, and we have to work with this one and this edge as well. So I'll just increase the size somewhat to 50, and hardness will be around 50 as well. So this is the brush now, and I'll just draw the edges becoming harder. I'll just select highlights because they are highlights after all. I might increase the exposure to around 25. Let's see if that works well. Yeah, it's working quite well. But now the highlights don't look good, so we are going back to midtones. And as you can see, a subtle, a shadow kind of effect is applied to the borders, and it definitely looks good. It looks kind of, the edge is kind of highlighted even in the best way. And we can just color this part as well. Make sure you don't get the color inside of the banana. Make sure you just kind of highlight the edges, because we need the edges in the image, and we don't need the complete banana to be disturbed because of that. So it looks somewhat like this for now, and we can just work with this image. So we can go to blending modes and select a different blending mode. So we can work with multiply. Maybe multiply is looking quite good, because as you can see, if I just zoom into the image, as you can see, the edges of the banana is quite visible, and it is just looking amazing. Same way in the shadow, it's just looking perfect. So I guess we should go with multiply, but let's try out different methods as well. So one is color burn. I don't think so that looks good. Linear burn looks quite good, but the colors have just gone down. In multiply, the colors remain the way they are, but in linear burn the colors look faded away and that doesn't look that good. Overlay looks good, but then it doesn't add much of the details. So I guess we should go with multiply, and we are just done with the image. So as you can see, it just looks fabulous, it looks fantastic, and I don't know what to say, but it looks just artistic. We can reduce the opacity to get the intensity of colors back. So my opacity would be around 70%, and then I can just save this image. So well, that's it for today guys. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to 52 Pixels and tap on the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.